Here at WatchGecko, we're naturally exposed to a huge selection of watches every day. At the time of recording this, I currently have about 8 watches on my desk, as well as one on my wrist, all with coverage planned for each. So when a friend visits with a serious collection and mentions it's only a taste of everything, it's fair to say it gets a lot of our attention. So today, we wanted to run through a few of the watches we recently spent some time with, to give you a little taste of what's to come from us in the coming months. First up, we have a Daytona, but not just any Daytona. This is the 116506 Platinum model, and this is the one that changed my mind on Daytonas. It's not that I've never been a fan of the range before, but more the fact that time-only watches are normally what I gravitate towards. The first thing you spot on this Daytona is that colour scheme. The ice blue on its own could have felt a little washed out, however the brown bezel really completes and brings this watch together. This release is a 50th anniversary model, marking the first time the Daytona went platinum, and coming in at 286 grams, this thing is pretty hefty on the wrist. It did come as a bit of a surprise to me when I found this watch to actually be quite stealthy on the wrist. Most people who see this piece see it as a very attractive watch with a great colour scheme. The fact it's platinum flies right under the radar for most, and for others it's a welcomed added bonus. Probably my favourite design feature of the watch is the subdials, and the way the track the numerals sit on replicate that brown bezel. This really helps the watch's clarity and visual impact. The Day-Date in 40 has always been a watch I've looked fondly upon, but I've never really taken this appreciation further because I've been put off by the larger size. If I'm honest, I still feel the 36mm case is the correct size for a daily wear, but the 40 Day-Date in person feels pretty amazing. This is owned and worn by the wife of our friend, hence the diamond bezel, but this didn't really affect my appreciation for this piece. A yellow gold Day-Date on a President bracelet is the yellow gold watch to own, and this 40mm version with a polar white dial complements the gold perfectly. One of the most impressive and standout features on this watch are those Roman numerals, which are hand polished and applied by Rolex. These are almost small mirrors on the dial that play with the light endlessly. Our friend also owns a 60th anniversary rose gold with green dial Day-Date, which would probably be my pick of the bunch. Maybe more on that one soon. Next up is the 2017 Rolex Sea Dweller, which came with some updates for this traditional, more tool watch model. The Sea Dweller was designed to step in and take over where the Submariner was pushed to its limits, hence the 1,220 metre water resistance rating and the helium escape valve. This new 2017 model saw the addition of red text on the dial, a Cyclops, which was unseen on the Sea Dweller before, and a 43mm wide case, growing from the predecessor reference 116600. The first thing to note here is that size. Yes, 43mm is on the larger side when it comes to the Oyster cases, but I was pleasantly surprised with how comfortable this felt on the wrist. It didn't feel too big or clumsy. I think a contributing factor to this feeling is down to that case thickness. When compared to the Sea Dweller Deep Sea, this piece feels much more appropriate on the wrist. Now we have one of the hottest watches of 2018, the stainless steel Rolex GMT Master Pepsi, and although the summer is now over, in my eyes this is the most wearable model in this collection for those long summer days. Unsurprisingly, it's all about that bracelet, to which it probably comes as no surprise to hear it's ridiculously comfortable. The quality, fit, form factor, and relationship between the case on the GMT is executed perfectly. Sure, the case is beefed up on these new models, but the magic of the Jubilee keeps the real estate the watch takes up on the wrist down. The ceramic blue and red bezel has a tendency to change and adapt in appearance based on the light hitting it. I can see why this watch was, and still is, very, very hot. The final Rolex of the day was a white gold Daytona with grey racing dial, reference 116509. This was a combo that, on paper, I would be a little bit nervous about, as I feel if it was executed badly, it could look a little vague or lacking of purpose. However, in true Rolex fashion, this just isn't the case. The watch feels refreshingly less luxury and more sporty than some Daytona references. Combine this with that black leather strap and it's another stealth look complete. So that's a quick rundown of a pretty desirable watch collection. Stay tuned to the mag, and of course this channel, as I'm sure we'll take a look at these watches and far more from the collection very soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.